Royal families have centuries-old traditions that seem straight out of a fantasy novel. Today, we're journeying across the globe to explore the top 10 weirdest royal traditions. And trust me, each one is more surprising than the last. Let's get started. Number 10. The Tower of London Raven Guardians. Legend has it that if the ravens ever abandon the Tower of London, the British monarchy will crumble. This eerie tale has persisted through the centuries, leading to a meticulously maintained group of resident ravens. They receive official caretakers, special meals, and even a weekly weigh-in. The birds even get enrollment papers to mark them as official members of the tower staff. From a distance, it might seem like a charming medieval story, but up close you can see the seriousness with which this tradition is upheld. The beefeaters in bold uniforms, the ancient stone walls, and the watchful black ravens perched on parapets lend an almost mythical vibe to the place. People flock here daily, hoping to catch a glimpse of these famed guardians. The ravens strut around as if they understand their royal importance. It's an engaging spectacle that adds a mysterious flavor to the British monarchy's pageantry. The swirling rumor that ravens could decide the fate of a monarchy triggers curiosity. We realize they aren't just birds, but official guardians with assigned caretakers. It's mind-blowing to see how a simple folklore turned into a national superstition. You can't help but admire how these ravens continue to hold center stage in a centuries-long tradition. Number 9. Japan's Enthronement Daijōsai, Great Thanksgiving, Ritual. When a new emperor ascends the chrysanthemum throne in Japan, a special harvest ceremony called Daijōsai takes place. It is a private Shinto ritual involving offerings of newly harvested rice to deities, symbolizing purity, continuity, and the emperor's role as both a political and spiritual leader. During the ceremony, the emperor, dressed in ancient court robes, enters a secluded hall illuminated by lanterns. The atmosphere is hushed except for the gentle crackle of the lantern flames. Bowls of rice are ceremonially arranged, presented, and consumed in a solemn manner. This profound moment underscores the bond between the emperor and divine forces, bridging the modern world with centuries of tradition. The notion of an ancient emperor partaking in a quiet, mystical feast sets the stage for anticipation. The audience imagines the flicker of lanterns and the emperor in regal garments. The spiritual aura intensifies as the emperor offers and partakes in the sacred rice. This ritual emphasizes the emperor's time-honored connection to the nation's spiritual heritage. Number 8. The Thai Royal Umbrella Ceremony. In Thailand, the presentation of the royal 9-tiered umbrella is among the highest honors bestowed upon a newly crowned monarch. This elaborate parasol signifies the king's complete authority and the divine grace believed to guide him. The umbrella, layered from top to bottom, is a spectacle of intricate craftsmanship. Bright fabrics, golden accents, and carefully placed decorative ornaments catch every ray of light, making it glisten like a sacred artifact. The ceremony itself is solemn, with monks chanting to bless the new reign. Meanwhile, citizens watch with reverence, understanding the umbrella is more than just a symbol. It represents a royal lineage stretching back generations. The vibrant image of a grand umbrella representing absolute power captures attention immediately. Regal significance heightens with each tier, each one offering a deeper sense of respect. The monks' chants, the shimmering canopy, and the king's acceptance fuse into a mesmerizing ritual. The newly anointed monarch stands under the umbrella, encapsulating the essence of Thailand's monarchical prestige. Number 7. Monaco's annual Pique Nique Monegasque. When you think of Monaco, luxury casinos, yachts, and glamorous lifestyles come to mind. But every year, the royal family hosts a community picnic called the Pique Nique Monegasque, welcoming locals and visitors alike. It's a day when Monte Carlo's usual high society vibe steps aside for a more laid-back festival of food and camaraderie. Tables overflow with local dishes, pastries, and fresh produce, while folk music sets a cheerful tone. The highlight is often the royal family casually mingling with attendees, a stark contrast to the usual formalities of palace life. This tradition underscores the tiny principality's sense of community, bridging the gap between royalty and residence with baskets of food and warm conversation. The thought of a royal picnic in a place known for extravagance piques immediate curiosity. Picture a carnival atmosphere where the ruling family openly joins the festivities. The royals chatting with everyday citizens feels almost surreal in such a posh city. One realizes that even in the glitziest corners of the world, there's value in down-to-earth traditions that bring people together. Number 6. The Swedish Lucia celebration at the Royal Palace. While St. Lucia's Day is widely celebrated in Sweden, the royal family partakes in a particularly ornate version at the Royal Palace. Early on December 13th, the palace's grand halls fill with the soft glow of candlelight. A young woman dressed in white robes, symbolizing St. Lucia, leads a procession of attendants who carry candles and sing traditional hymns. The king and queen stand in respectful silence, enchanted by the flicker of lights dancing across gilded walls. Even as a nation known for modern design and efficiency, this tradition remains a heartfelt nod to historical reverence, spirituality, and the cozy warmth of holiday gatherings. The allure of a candlelit parade in the majestic halls of a palace immediately invokes wonder. Witnessing the gentle glow, the hymns, and the pastel swish of robes channels a timeless aura. It's almost cinematic. The hush in the hall, the echoing voices, the regal audience. This sweet, luminous tradition affirms that even in advanced societies, certain customs keep nostalgia alive. Number 5. Spain's royal foot-washing ceremony. Historically, Spanish monarchs performed the foot-washing ritual on Maundy Thursday, a tradition that echoed biblical accounts of humility and service. Though not as frequently observed in modern times, in centuries past, the monarch would kneel before impoverished or elderly subjects, gently washing and drying their feet. The act symbolized compassion, underscoring the monarchy's duty to serve its people. Picture a grand Spanish courtyard, draped in rich tapestries, the hum of solemn music playing while the king or queen, adorned in ceremonial attire, quietly carries out this intimate gesture of humility. It's a striking reminder that beyond all pomp and regalia, royals once pledged to be the humble protectors of their realm. The thought of a royal washing feet can be jarring, stirring immediate curiosity. We envision the grandeur of Spanish palaces contrasting with the humbleness of the act. The monarch literally kneeling to serve underscores the depth of the tradition. This custom shows how royalty, at least symbolically, recognize their responsibility to society's most vulnerable. Number 4. Britain's ceremonial search of the cellars. Before the monarch formally opens Parliament, the yeomen of the guard conduct a ritual that dates back to the gunpowder plot of 1605. Armed with lanterns and halberds, they methodically check the cellars beneath the Palace of Westminster to ensure there are no hidden explosives. While it may feel ceremonial today, given modern security measures are far more advanced, the search is still carried out. It's a glimpse into the lingering echoes of history. The tension from centuries ago is reenacted with a surprisingly serious air, reminding everyone that monarchy and tradition can survive upheaval by formally acknowledging the risks faced in the past. The dramatic concept of guards combing through dark cellars for hidden threats hooks viewers. The image of flickering lantern light revealing ancient brick corridors sets a mysterious tone. We watch, transfixed, as halberd-wielding yeomen of the guard follow a centuries-old protocol. Although symbolic, the tradition is a testament to the monarchy's resilience and respect for history. Number 3. The Netherlands Prince's Day, Golden Coach. On Prinsjesdag, Prince's Day, the Dutch monarch rides through The Hague in a lavish golden coach to open Parliament. The carriage glitters under the sunlight, featuring elaborate carvings, historical emblems, and large wheels that give it a fairy tale-like aura. Crowds gather along the route, cheering as the monarchy passes by, while equestrians in ceremonial uniforms guide the horses. The event is an odd fusion of modern Netherlands, famed for progressive ideals, and old-world pomp. Though there has been controversy over the coach's historical depictions, it remains an iconic, if occasionally debated, symbol. The mental image of a dazzling gold carriage rolling through modern city streets instantly intrigues. Thousands of spectators line the roads, voices buzzing with excitement. The golden spectacle feels like stepping back in time, stirring wonder and reflection. This tradition is a defining element of Dutch identity, blending regal ceremony with a modern sense of civic duty. Number 2. The Royal Kava Ceremony of Tonga. In the Polynesian kingdom of Tonga, the Kava ceremony is a cherished tradition for crowning monarchs or honoring guests. The beverage is prepared from the powdered root of the kava plant, then mixed with water in a carved wooden bowl. Participants sit in a circle, chanting softly. The air is thick with anticipation. A designated attendant scoops the kava into a coconut shell cup and hands it to the king or guest of honor, who drinks first. The act is believed to link individuals with ancestral spirits, forging communal unity. The moment is both solemn and joyful, blending spirituality with a warm sense of fellowship. The exotic notion of sipping a mystical root-based drink in a regal ritual draws people in. The slow, rhythmic chanting and the ceremonial circle build an immersive atmosphere. All eyes focus on the monarch as they take the first sip, symbolizing guidance and protection. The ritual fosters a bond between monarchy and community, connecting the realm to its ancestral heritage. Number 1. Britain's Swan Upping ceremony. Yes, it's another British tradition, one that takes weird to a whole new level. Every July, a flotilla of small boats sets out on the River Thames to count and check the health of swans. Historically, all unmarked swans in open water are considered property of the crown. Known as Swan Upping, it's a highly choreographed event. Officials in vivid red uniforms row alongside the swans, gently lifting them to check for injuries and tag them if necessary. Crowds along the riverbank cheer on the uppers as they skillfully handle the graceful birds. It's a regal mixture of conservation, pageantry, and a quirky claim to own swans. The mere concept of a swan ownership tradition swiftly captures attention. The visuals of officials in bright attire rowing in unison create a charming performance. The moment they hoist the swans from the water is a unique spectacle, mixing practicality with fancy ritual. At its heart, Swan Upping highlights a centuries-old bond between Britain's crown and its wildlife, sustaining a truly original tradition. These customs might seem bizarre or unbelievably ornate, yet they serve a purpose larger than spectacle. They maintain historical identity, preserve cultural heritage, and even reinforce a sense of unity between royals and the people they govern. Whether it's ravens guarding a tower or monarchs sipping mystical drinks, each tradition is a piece of the grand tapestry that keeps monarchies rooted in their storied past, while also surprising us in the modern world. Thank you for joining us on this whirlwind tour of royal oddities. If you enjoyed these fascinating glimpses into regal life, tap the like button, share it with a friend who loves history, and consider subscribing for more intriguing content. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the extraordinary. Until next time, stay curious.